If I tell you a story and I convince you to give me your money or your wallet and you willingly give it to me, and the story I've told you is a lie, that's fraud. And the stories are what we're going to concentrate on tonight, because I think if you can recognize the stories and the red flags that are in those stories, that will give you your power to be able to recognize when someone's trying to scam you. I'm a police officer in the Community Engagement Division of the Saanich Police Department, and tonight we were doing a Beat the Fraudster program, which is a financial safety sort of cybersecurity program for people in the community. 20 years ago when I was on patrol, somebody would knock on your door and say, can I build you a shed or make you a new fence? And they'd ask for a deposit, you'd give them a deposit, off they'd go, they'd never come back. Those were the kind of frauds that I dealt with years ago when I first started policing. We now have access to technology and computers, which is brilliant, but it also can be used by the scammers. So things have shifted and changed dramatically in the face of this financial crime landscape. I feel it's very important to try to protect people, because once money is gone, once people send money, we know within 24 to 72 hours it's left North America. Once it's left North America, very likely that the police cannot get it back. And so we shifted and changed to try and do more prevention work, and that's what I love doing and what's taken off like crazy. Globally, we know that the state of scams has drastically increased. So 1.3 trillion is what they estimate are lost to scams globally. Scams affect all of us. It doesn't matter what background we are, what education we have, where we've come from. We all are potential targets for scammers. When I was in financial crimes, we were seeing so many losses, and the numbers were just astronomical. Now the bad guys, the threat actors as we call them in this world, are overseas in countries where we have no jurisdictional authority. So we're not arresting people, we're not recovering money. We've had to really shift and change our focus to try to protect people before it happens, because once it's sent, it's gone. And that is devastating for people, absolutely devastating. If you recognize these 5 types of stories, you will be able to recognize any fraud, because they all have connections. There's not just one story, it changes a bit, right? Depending on what's happening, who the victim is, how the scammer is grooming them, how they're talking and connecting. Because scammers are like chameleons, they can become whoever they need to become in order to connect with you and take your money. If you think you've been scammed, we would really like you to first phone your financial institution. The quicker they can be notified, the faster they can potentially freeze that money. Often people don't recognize that they've been scammed until maybe 24 or more than that time period where it's left North America. But the faster that can happen, the better. Then we want to be notified, the police. We won't likely be able to recover your money for you, but we will be able to stop it from continuing, to really help you understand how the scam has happened and to prevent others from also falling victim to that scam. And then next, we want you to notify the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. They can help us link different jurisdictions together if multiple people have fallen victim to the same type of scam. Our recognition is our biggest power, right? So being able to recognize those red flags, all those same things that keep popping up in all the stories and the examples I showed you, if there's threats, demands, pressure, if it's unsolicited, if it's asking for money or personal information. Really, we shouldn't be sharing that with anybody that we do not know personally, face-to-face, or in some special circumstance through prior arrangement, right? Any links, payments in non-traditional ways, cryptocurrency, gift cards, like, oh, your bank account's gonna crash, we have to catch this teller who's dirty, you need to take your money out and put it in a cryptocurrency machine to keep it safely. That's not real. This is the RCMP, we're doing a secret investigation on this bank. Same thing, like none of it makes sense, but people fall for it every day, right? So no matter the story, slow things down, check things out. I want people to really stop and think about some things before they take action. When you are in any situation, if it's unsolicited, if it's has a link, if it is coming in from a number that is not one that you recognize, it's not from your contacts, it's not normal how it's come in or what they're asking, that you really want to be very cautious and careful of. If you can remember, no matter what, you just stop, you slow things down, you breathe, you check in with someone else, and you do lots of research. If you can remember that, you should be safe.